Oh my goodness. Okay. There we go, full screen. Okay, can I get something to start here? Y-intercept. Please go ahead. Y-intercept.
Y equals 1 because 2 times 0 squared is 0. Plus 8 times 0 is 0. Plus 1.
Yeah, I don't think this is happening today, guys.
Why don't you get going on that? It's 1.
I really don't. Okay, so the y-axis is correct. You set x equals 0, which is what you do. And as Luke mentioned here, very clearly, he said, well, that's just the same as y equals 2 times 0 squared plus 8 times 0 plus 1, which is equal to 1. So, Bailey, what's the point going to be? What comma what for my y-intercept? 0 comma 1. Okay. Now, you might say, Mr. Sal, that's obvious, but I want you to be clear about writing that out, just so that when you have to graph it, please remember it goes x comma y, right? So x comes first, so there's 0 and 1. All right, Nick, can you be brave, please? And we'll do the x-intercepts. How do we find the x-intercepts? Yeah, good. So we'll set y equals 0. And Nick, you're not done yet. I'm going to try and solve this equation. I'm going to always want to factor first. Give me the m and the for this question.
Step 1 on the end.
Yeah.
So it would be 2 and 8.
Yeah. Is it possible to multiply 2 and add to 8?
Yeah.
Sure. 2 times 4 is 8, right? But it's not like something times something can equal 2, so that's not going to work. Molly, can you recite from memory then what we have to do? Not everybody here in a week. Welcome back. Let me say first.
You have to factor.
When we can, it's possible to factor. I don't know if you're here for this or not.
No, I mean like to be like, is it like 0 equals like 2 bracket x squared plus 4?
No. No, that would be for English squared. Sorry, I don't know if you're here for this.
Oh, never mind.
We're good?
Wait, no, I'm good.
You're good.
X equals negative b.
Thank you. Good.
Square root of b squared minus 4 times a times c over 2 times a.
Great. Thank you. Sorry, I know it's hard the first day back. I give you the hardest question. Okay, now, one second, we're doing spider right here. Now, as she says that, please remember on the last test, I think everyone had this memorized, and that's good. Hopefully, you haven't forgotten it in a week. Okay, if you have, I'm sorry. Okay. Derek, can you give me the A, the B, and the C, please?
A is 2, B is 8, and C is 1.
Great. All right, Alistair, can you sub it in, please? Go ahead.
Negative 8 x plus squared minus 4 times 2 times 1 multiplied 2 times 2.
Great. All right, Noah, you're the human calculator. What is 8 squared?
8 squared?
Yeah.
64.
Hello. 64 didn't work. And negative 4 times 2 times 1 is? Negative 8. Now please remember here, because on the midterm, the mistakes that people make are, remember it's just to multiply the coefficient in front, so negative 4 times positive 2 times negative 1. You're out. Sorry, question or answer?
Yeah, question.
Yes.
It's not, but it's been just about math. Are you gonna give us after Mark today?
If you want to, you can have it. All right, Lindsay, what's 64 minus 8, please? You're not quite done yet. You're close. Can you give me the square root of 56 to as many decimal places as possible? I missed the end of that, so I'm just going to call it 7.483 if that's okay. There's more than that? Okay. Remember what dot 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 means is to keep the number in your calculator. Yes. Your final answer is going to be rounded in between steps or not. Spencer, can you explain to Luke why you have to keep it as accurate as possible?
Because you can't use that.
Well, I was going to say when I was going to say to Spencer when he's a doctor one day, we want him to hit the right spot when he's doing a laser surgery on Mr. Zach. Okay. All right, Noah, can you finish this one off over my 2 x-intercepts here? Did you get these? Sorry, a little louder, can you hear? Oh. Luke, help me here. Oh.
0.5.
Negative 0. Divided by 4. Oh. Nice.
Negative 0.13 and negative 3.2.
Okay, now before we go here, okay, because this is what people always get these things mixed up. Spencer, can you tell me what points you should be on the graph? What comma what?
Negative 0.13, comma 0.
Yeah.
Negative 3, whatever your arm's covering, comma 0.
Thank you. Okay, right. Now remember when we do this, right, those are like your x-intercepts, so that's going to be on there. We're going to talk much more about that sort of stuff today when we get to word problem things. Okay, sort of good? All right, Maya. Even though you are fixing your book here, let's find the vertex by completing the square, because we have to do this. Can you remember the first step for completing the square? I'll write the equation first of all. It's y equals 2x squared plus 8x. What's the first step, please?
Oh,
Find everything but 2 numbers.
Yeah, you do the second step. You're right on. So the first step is this, right? Yeah, so you took, so remember you want it to be, right, so just plain x squared. Remember what the second step is now? Go ahead.
5 by 2 and then square that.
You got it written on your hand?
No, I didn't even realize that it was this.
Okay, Megan, what do you do now, please? That's okay, well, let's complete, you still gotta complete the square, yeah. Well, you have to complete the square still, okay? And your test at least one question. What do we do now with the forward, remember?
like put it in the equation, so 2 bracket x squared plus 4.
Right. Okay, so the question was, I'm just gonna comment on what Megan said. Megan said she does it a different way. What Megan does, the way we did it in the previous chapter, we find the 2x intercepts, add them together, and divide by 2. That's fine. Okay, but if the question says complete the square, at least one of them will. Make sure you do it this way if it says complete the square. Okay. Liam, what do you do now, please?
Start the negative from multiplying.
Good. So change the y equals 2 bracket x squared plus 4x plus 4 minus 8. Is that right? Okay. All right, Desiree, can you finish this one off, please? Go ahead.
Y equals 2 bracket x minus 2 bracket squared.
That's plus. That was not fun. Okay. Karina, what's the vertex and which way is it open, please?
The vertex is negative 7, and it opens.
The reason it opens,
How do you know?
yeah, the reason it opens up is this right here. Because that's the number, like that's the value in front, so that tells you if it's open or open. And someone on their,
So if it's negative, opens down.
yeah, someone on their test, I can't remember who it was, drew my little happy face symbol, and I thought that was so cool. Right, so they did this sort of thing. So there's a happy parabola, and here's a sad parabola. I know you guys are in grade 10, you're too cool to draw happy and sad faces. Now I'm going to embarrass Liam here. Okay, what Liam did in this page, which is really awesome, was at the end, he just summarized all his points here. One so that I could see it as I'm marking it, but 2 so that when he graphs it, they're right there for him. Okay, and that's probably a good thing to summarize right at the end there, just so that you can get them all graphed. There's only 4 points per stuff. Okay, let's get this graphed up. We haven't graphed. Yesterday we did like the setups. Friday we did like the setups for graphs without actually putting pencil to paper. I'd like you to actually put pencil to paper because tomorrow you'll be forced to. Okay, so I have 0 and 1. I got to get down to negative 7. I got to get over to negative 4-ish. Now, notice that when I started this graph, and you guys are wonderful graphers, what I made sure that I do here is I sort of plan out my paper before I start drawing lines. But I realize that I have to get down to negative 7. I have to get up to positive 1. I have to get over to negative 3.87, which is almost negative 4. Okay, so my plot, like the middle of my graph isn't right in the middle of my page. Put it. sort of slanted there, which is fine. So let's draw the points for them. We have 0 and 1, which is going to be up here someplace. 0.13 is going to be about here. Excuse me, -2 and -7 is going to be about here. And 3.87 and 4 is going to be about there. Just going to connect the dots, and that looks sort of like a parabola. Now, let's say that your graph doesn't quite look like a parabola, but you have all the data right. Let's say it's a little bit slanted or whatever. Okay, you will not lose marks on that. As long as the points are plotted properly, it's difficult to actually get 0.13 on your graph. Okay, right? So as long as you can sort of say it's between 1 and 2, it's close. Sorry, between 0 and 1, it's closer to 0 than 1. I'll say, yeah, that's close enough for me. Okay. If I wanted a perfect accurate graph, we'll be doing supercomputers to graph this stuff out, which we won't be doing until the future somewhere. All right. What am I missing? I forgot one thing. What did I forget? Noah. Yeah, label. Label being your title, I hope. Oh, I forgot my Y too. Ugh. I don't have to miss it. Okay. And then title is going to be then Y equals 2 bracket x plus 2 squared. Okay. If you have graph paper handy, you're going to need it for today's lesson. Okay, because today's lesson, we may need to visualize a few things. Before I start today's lesson, did anyone want to go through anything before the test? It's the last phone call. I'm asking you 2 questions. You're not going to do word problems today in quadratics, okay? Now let's,
Yeah, that one's not.
okay, so this is going to be a elimination substitution word problem, right? One of those ones. Okay, here we go. We're going to say, what are we going to use? I don't do that one.
No. He's a kill how he shot one. He's not here, come on.
He's not here. Sound effect and then it's
Someone take
okay.
pictures.
No, I can't. It won't.
Yeah, do it. Come on.
Hey, stop. I will do this.
I feel like Dale should just start at 23 miles an hour and this is like at 46 meters.
Just wait. They have too much pressure now, so I'm trying to put that. It's not gonna work. Let's do. I'll use lead. Fine, lead.
Yeah, it was way off the grid.
We'll say 56% copper, whatever. Anything's possible.
How many?
One, okay. We'll fill this question, okay? I'm not going to answer Bailey's because I can't tell you what's on and what's not, but there's a good chance this is on. For the question from Noah, he goes, how many? For a midterm and for any test, there's one of each type of question. Like, it's not like there's going to be 5 parabolas, 25,000 factoring questions, 100 of this. There's like one of each type of question. That's all there is. Okay? So, one. There's one. One person got what I said.
How long
That's
is
good.
the entire thing?
It's like a test, it's 5 pages. Okay, so I'm going to pause the video here and give you guys a chance to do this. Yes.
Yes.
I'm going to do a speed question. I'll do a speed question. I do a speed question next. Okay, I'm going to pause on this. Give you guys a second to try this one out.